And when they're training, they're given the command, load in 9 times, load. So they place the weapon in front of them, reach into the cartridge box, and pull out a cartridge. Remember, it's a bullet and gunpowder wrapped together in paper. They put it beside their mouth. They're given the command, tear cartridge. They take it and they bite and tear it open. The Army regulations said you had to have 2 upper and 2 lower teeth that met in order to be in the infantry. Some soldiers, in an attempt to stay out, would knock out any of these teeth. They would just put you in the artillery. You don't need teeth for that. And so you tear it open. Then you charge cartridge. So you pour everything down in there. You pour in the gunpowder and then you put the bullet in there. So it's the bullet's sitting about right there. The gunpowder kind of falls down. Then you draw the rammer. Then you ram cartridge, push everything down to the bottom. Then the next step is very important. You return the rammer. I cannot tell you how many accounts I hear. Oh, they shot this thing and skewered 6. Listen to me. This weapon is useless without this ramrod. So you put the ramrod back. So now I've got all the ammunition there ready to go. Now I've got to figure out a way to ignite it. So the command prime is given. At prime, they put it at half cock. They reach into their cap pouch, pull out one of these little percussion caps, place it on here. Then they're given the command, ready, aim, and fire. And when they pull the trigger, the hammer falls onto the percussion cap, makes that spark, shoots everything out the front. At least that's the theory. A good soldier is able to do that drill 3 times a minute. But after you fire a couple times, this thing gets very dirty. And so your rate of fire slows very quickly the more you have to shoot. So now at this time, I'm going to move the squad out, and we're going to show you a firing demonstration. Attention, squad. Shoulder, arms. About, face. Forward, march. Squad, halt. Right wheel, march. Squad, halt. Okay. Order, arms. So here's what I'm about to do. I'm going to give them a command to load. Now, I am not going to go through the load in 9 steps because they don't need it. They're trained. They're ready to go. And in battle, you're not going to say, handle, cartridge, charge, that's inefficient. The whole point of drilling is to teach them the process so they can do this without even really having to think about it. Shoulder, arms. Load! All right, so I've given them the command to load. They're going to stop after they put the percussion cap on. And I'm going to do what's called a volley fire. So when the enemy is at distance, we all fire at the same time, in the same direction. We are bound to hit something. Also with these weapons, you're not really worried about accuracy as much as what we call weight of fire, of being able to continually load and fire under extreme pressure. Squad, ready? Aim! Fire!
No!
Load! Okay, but now here's the problem when we all fire at the same time. Now we are reloaded. And so at this point, the enemy can advance without being fired upon. So what I'm going to do on the next one, I'm going to call what's called fire by fire. One person on the end is going to fire, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. So the idea is, at no point is there all of us unloaded. Squad, fire by file from the left, commence firing. So the person on the end fires, and then they're going to keep reloading now, as they continue to reload, you're going to see they're going to minimize the amount of time where they're not firing. Now, with more people, you would actually have a second rank in the back who would be firing over the shoulder of the person in front of them. So I can have the front rank fire, I can have the back rank fire. The idea is to keep up as steady rate of a fire as possible. Now, you're thinking, okay, one guy, 40 rounds of ammunition. Keep in mind, there are tens of thousands of soldiers, north and south, who are going through the exact drill. So as you tour the battlefield, the Union Army, when they're attacking, they're having to march in those battle lines. The Confederates, as they are defending, they're doing that drill from the trenches. They're doing it undercover. And that's what makes Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield Park so special. We have the largest collection of field fortifications in the country. Squad, prime. And so as you tour the battlefield, look to those trenches. That's where the soldiers were fighting in, almost 90-degree weather in wool uniforms in late June of 1864. Go pop a cap. Ready? Aim. Fire. Recover. Arms. Shoulder. Arms. About face. Left wheel. March. Forward. March. Squad. Halt. So as you tour the battlefield, I want you to keep in mind, so notice these soldiers, that was great, us out here drilling. Imagine the conditions that they would have been having to do this drill under. People are firing beside you. People are firing at you. Cannons going off. That this battle was an absolute, well one soldier called it the mad rushing of bulls. Talking about the absolute overwhelming sound of this battle. So as you tour the battlefield, do us a favor. Learn a little bit about it. See, without the Battle of Kennesaw Mountain, Kennesaw Mountain Park would be a subdivision. All my locals, you know I ain't kidding about that one. So as you go throughout the battle, just take a moment, read the signs that we put out there. Learn more about it. You know, that way, the more we can appreciate it, because let's be honest, we are the National Park Service. We're in the business of forever. We want this park to be around forever, and the best way we can do it is appreciate it. So as you go around the battlefield, just take a second and read our signs. Other than that, let's give these volunteers a hand. They've done a great job here today. So beyond that, if you've got any questions, I'll be happy to answer those. Other than that, folks, thank you for attending our program, and have a wonderful day here at Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield Park.
Thank you. Thank you.
Говори.
Я лучше, я царь горы, точнее, этой, всей.
Так, Денис, министр обороны горы.
Да,
Это наше правительство. Короче, мы выше всех, мы царь горы. Они почему-то до конца не поднялись. Это наша пушка оборонительная. Если кто-нибудь будет подлезать, мы будем стрелять. Да? И там Атланта.
Подожди, смотри, какие там горы.
Я говорю.
Там тоже горы, да.
Там просто